This is the news at 10 in our top stories. Service for Peace, a youth group in Sokoto and partners, provide food supplies to families affected by the recent flash floods in the community. Supporters of the Muslim Brotherhood threaten to continue their protests across Egypt, prompting a stern warning from the army that it will use live fire to disrupt any threat to peace in Egypt. And South Africa Blade runner Oscar Pistorius sets to appear in court next March to face charges of the killing of his girlfriend, celebrity model River Camp. These and other stories coming ahead this half hour. I am Deku Mademba. Thanks for joining us. Dozens of volunteers from the village of Kabekel Friday descended on a granite farm cultivated by the Gambia Radio and Television Services in solidarity with the President's Back to the Land call. This is the second year that the national broadcaster is working with the community of Kabekel to cultivate farms. Modo Jallo has more.
This is Kabekel, a small settlement in the Combo Central District of the West Coast region. It's a farming community famed for its hard work and resourcefulness. For the past 2 years, the community has partnered with the Gambia Radio and Television Services to enhance agricultural production in response to President Jammeh's Back to the Land call. This is one of 2 farms that the villagers have cultivated for the national broadcaster. Whilst the men do the prying, sewing off their skills using the kajandak, the women are doing the sewing. These are the dozens of volunteers showing their goodwill by helping Grts cultivate their farm, something the national broadcaster have done for more than 5 years in partnership with other communities in Bonto and Pirang. But since the partnership was launched last year, the community has been very supportive. According to one of the women's leaders, Mondial Jata, Kabekel will always open its doors to Grts or any other institution that works to strengthen or actualize the vision and mission of the President. Mondial held the partnership between our community and Grts, saying it is mutually beneficial as it would equally portray Kabekel as a great farming community. She expressed the hope that the partnership will expand into the future. Modu Sadio, speaking on behalf of the elders, thanked Grts for choosing Kabekel as a base to cultivate farms. Modu also hailed the villagers for their response, something he said signifies their commitment to agriculture and food sustainability. He predicted that the farm will yield a bumper harvest as ploughing has been done on time, promising that weeding will also be completed on time as well. Baba Jawara, one of Grts farm coordinators, was full of gratitude to the people of Kabekel for what he described as an excellent job. Jawara argued that since the President launched Operation Back to the Land, Grts has been at the forefront of the advocacy campaign to mobilize Gambians to grow what they eat and eat what they grow. The national broadcaster, Jawara noted, has gone beyond advocacy and is now working with communities to cultivate farms. This hands-on approach, according to Jawara, is a way of showing solidarity with the President as proceeds from the farm will be donated to him. He finally urged Gambians to work hard to ensure that the country produces more food to sustain itself and minimize dependence on imported food. Mamadou Jallo, Grts.
In Jalamam village in the Combo Central District, scores of cabinet ministers Saturday descended on their 7-hectare maize farm to rid it of weed. Farmer Kanyi was there and he tells us more.
The initiative is championed by President Jammeh, who continues to serve as a shining example and the torchbearer of the Vision 2020. He has always been advocating for the Operation Back to the Land since the advent of the Second Republic. This 3.7-hectare maize field is the first cabinet farm in Jalamba village, West Coast region. The farm was given to the cabinet ministers 3 years back. The ministers since then have been cultivating the land thanks to the support and the help of the community of Jalamba. The ministers took on the exercise at impressive speed, accompanied by the sound of drums.
Almost all ministers are here today. The turnout has been very impressive, and they are all participating and doing active work. As you know, we are members of a government that is calling on people to go back to the land. And one of the best ways to demonstrate that call is to participate effectively ourselves. His Excellency the President, we all know, involves in active farming, and therefore his ministers are also expected to follow suit and do the same thing to show to the people that you don't only have to depend on office work to live, and that farming is a noble activity, it's a noble venture, and it is one of the best ways to reduce poverty in this country.
Minister Colley went on to call on the youth folk to actively involve themselves in agriculture. According to him, farming is a lucrative business and helps to make a country self-sufficient. For her part, Honorable Fat Lamin Faye, the Minister for Basic and Secondary Education, the school feeding program under the sponsorship of the FFP is taxing the Gambia to supply their schools with the food they eat. According to her, the market has been set by the FFP. It's up to the Gambian farmers to commercialize their farming to a better standard.
So I want to call